Hello, welcome everybody. I'm so excited. So many people have been hyping up Ascensionism for a long time, even since like my early sundowning videos. People are talking about how good this song is. We'll see. I saw that it's a long one. It's like 7 minutes long. What I know about Ascensionism is it's like ascending to a higher state of being, like either like subconsciously. It has to do with maybe reincarnation, or like, I don't know if it's like science stuff or religious stuff. It's trippy though. I don't know a lot. And I'm very curious. I kind of want to look into it, but you know, if you have something to say in the comments, then let me know what Ascensionism is and if it actually has to do with this song, because sometimes the titles of the songs are like directly related, but sometimes they're related in like a kind of strange way. And it's always really interesting. Anyways, welcome. My name's Reagan, and I've been going through all the albums. Sleep Token, we're on Take Me Back to Eden, Ascensionism, and that's it. If you want to check out some more of my content, I've got all the songs beforehand in my channel if you want to check it out. Otherwise, I wanted to plug my Discord server. So we made a Discord server, and it's a little unhinged. It's a little wild, okay? Everybody there is a character. We have a lot of awesome people, and shout out all you guys. I'm not going to name you all, but you know who you are. And it's been really fun. So here we go. This is Ascensionism by Sleep Token. Let's go. And I show myself my sacred neighbor. Very somber with the piano. This is something we do often. And the visuals here are actually crazy. I love this image we have going on. It's very Cthulhu-ish, you know? Oh, I gotta have the lyrics up. Well, I know what you want from me. You want someone to be. Your reflection, your bitter deception, setting you free. I like this really slow, like breathy delivery of these lyrics here. You take what you want, then leave. So that's the first verse. I've decided, because I see there's so many lyrics here, that I am going to try to dissect things in chunks, and then, I don't know, we'll see. But this makes me think, what if this is Sleep that's talking right now? This is from Sleep's perspective. It says, well, I know what you want from me. You want someone to be your reflection, your bitter deception, setting you free. So you take what you want, then leave. In a lot of instances, I felt like Sleep is kind of like manipulated or like lied to Vessel, and I think that's kind of what's happening now. Sleep is like your bitter self. You want someone to just like reflect that exactly, and that will set you free. I don't know if this is like setting him free from Sleep or something like that. So you take what you want, then leave. Because the thing is, like, Vessel wants like acceptance, and he wants like love, and he wants those kind of things from sleep, but he's not getting it, or maybe he gets it in small doses or whatever. But they're saying you take what you want and then leave. And now we're gonna move into the next section here. But I would like a little bit more. I want to, like, you know, more than just like a slow piano.
Who made you like this? Who encrypted your dark
What is this?
body language? Synapses snap back in blissful language.
Is this the same song?
You met me in past lives, past life, past
Whoa.
what might be eating me from the inside, darling. Half algorithm, half deity, glitches in the code.
I like how it actually glitch a little bit.
Tell me you guess my future and it mapped onto your fantasy. Tell me into your mannequin and I'll turn you into my puppet create. Won't you come and
Okay, I'm gonna go back and listen to that again. That's like almost like rap. That felt like rap a little bit, like that staccato, that like bop 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 bop. As like a drummer, I like that. I like the quickness. I like the like the way he said those lines. Here we go. Let's do it
Who
again.
made you like this? Who encrypted your dark gospel in body language? Synapses snap back in blissful language. Tell me
And then the
you
back-
met me in
background
past lives,
vocals.
past life, past what might be eating me from the inside, darling. Half algorithm, half deity, glitches in the code, or gaps in a strange dream. Tell me you guess my future and it mapped onto your fantasy. Tell me into your mannequin and I'll turn you into my puppet create. Won't you
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, but like I said, I love those background vocals, and I love what can't he do? What can't he do? We've heard him scream. I'm not gonna lie, like in the last song, the screaming, it's my least favorite thing about that song. I understand the significance of it and stuff like that, but for me, like just listening, not amazing. But this kind of mix up in the genre that we have going on, I'm so about it. So I feel like this is him speaking right back, because it's like a completely different tone. And I feel like whenever we have these tone shifts, it's often sleep and vessel back and forth. And he's saying, who made you like this? Who encrypted your dark gospel in body language? So it's like, whenever I think of that dark gospel, I think of the worship. Synapses snap back in blissful anguish. That's like pain, pleasure. They're mixed into one here. Tell me you met me in past lives, past lie. Okay, so that's making me think of this whole Ascensionism thing. As I know it, it is a reincarnation thing. And maybe sleep is saying to him, I've met you in past lives, and this is a lie. It's literally not a thing. Making him have an inflated sense of like importance past what might be eating me from the inside, darling. Half algorithm, half deity. Like, is it science? Is it God? Glitches in the code or gaps in a strange dream? Yeah, maybe he just had a trippy dream, and now he's assigning all of these things, like this warped view of his reality. I'm just speaking here, guys. Like, how he sees sleep, maybe it was just a glitch in the code, or it was gaps in a strange dream. And he's just filling things in. There are these gaps, and he's just filling them in. Tell me you guessed my future, and it mapped onto your fantasy. Turn me into your mannequin, and I'll turn you into my puppet queen. So it's like he understands. This is like the relationship that we've had since day one. A mannequin to me feels like a vessel, like a thing, like a puppet, and she's the puppet queen. She's the puppet queen, which I know that whenever he's referred to sleep like one time in an interview, it was him. But here, of course, puppet queen, if we are talking about sleep, if it's him talking about sleep, that is female. So I just love the way he delivered it and everything too, because it's like had a little gumption, it had a little something. But it was rap. It was like rap, man. That's sick. It's so awesome. My puppet queen. Oh, damn.
Nobody better than the perfect enemy. Digital demons make the night feel heavenly.
I know I keep pausing, but there's like so much to unpack within such a short period of time. says, won't you come and dance in the dark with me? It makes me think of dark signs. Show me what you are. I'm desperate to know. He's been desperate to know. He's just like, please show me. Like, I'm desperate to know what you are. Nobody better than the perfect enemy. Digital demons make the night feel heavenly. So I kind of resonate with this line here. Nobody better than the perfect enemy. I've mentioned it in a couple previous videos, but like I was in a bad relationship. I'll say that, a very toxic relationship in the past years ago. I felt like this person was like the perfect enemy. Like I also felt like, show me what you are. Like, I'm desperate to know. I'm desperate to understand you and understand how we can make this work. But it just felt like closed off, or it felt like there was like a gap missing, a bridge missing that should have been there. Nobody better than the perfect enemy. And when this line here, digital demons make the night feel heavenly, he keeps on having this like half algorithm, digital demons kind of thing, which makes me think of a previous line in Aqua Regia. It was something like, these days I'm a circuit board, integrated hardware you cannot afford. We're definitely moving into this more like nerdy like lyrics and stuff like that, and like science heavy, which I'm really liking it. But I like the feel of this song. We haven't got like any. Ooh. We haven't gotten any like heavy instruments, but I'm okay with that. Scarlet Trail. I'm just going to let the song play out, and then I'll talk about all this, because that was a lot. And we have the typical layering of the vocals. Oh. I'm trying to understand. Whoa. I like that. Wow.
What you want from me? You want the same as me. My redemption.
I like when he does that with his voice.
Setting me free.
That sounded beautiful. The My Redemption, Eternal Ascension, setting me free.
So I'll take
Oh. Okay. There was a lot right there, and I want to go back and listen to a section again. Okay, starting at this point here, we're going to re-listen to that drum part and maybe break it down a little bit because I really liked what was going on there.
Diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky.
I love that first. Yeah, I love that. Okay. So I had brought up a picture of a drum kit here. So it seemed like for the majority of it, he was riding, I mean, that's what it's called, the ride cymbal. And that's either this one here or this one here. And he's just like on it, right? He's on it, but then he jumps. You'll hear the tss, tss, tss. That's whenever he like jumps to these other cymbals here. It could be this, could be this, could be this, could be this. But whenever he does that, he does like a quick drum fill here, like these multiple down. And then he jumps back to this one, riding it the whole time. There is like one part of it where it's a little off what he does. Like it's a little like he rides this a little extra. I'll try to find it. Okay, it's this part right here. It's like, and that's what I was talking about with those drum fills that are like falling down. He keeps a rhythm. He keeps a rhythm throughout the whole thing, but within that rhythm, it's like it is predictable. It is like it follows like it's easy to understand. But like the amount of things, like this is just a picture of a drum kit. I'm pretty sure it sounds like he's using just this much, or this many, or even more with like what I'm hearing. Because if you like really pay attention, there's like so many different cymbals that it sounds like. And those little dings, that's him hitting the tip of these. So this little inner circle makes like a high pitched ding. And he does that sometimes. And it's like, it's really pretty. Oh, I think it's pretty. It's like it's like this tiny little transition or like intermediary or something. I don't know. My buddy Jesse would appreciate it. But I'm going to start talking about the lyrics after I reset my camera. So getting back to where we had left off, he had said, make it real because anything's better than the way I feel right now. I can offer you a blacklit paradise. Diamonds in the trees, pentagrams in the night sky. We get this repetition of that last line frequently. And whenever earlier they had said something similar that reminded me of Dark Signs. And this line that we keep on repeating too reminds me of that pentagrams in the night sky. Do you guys remember? It was in one of the early lyrics of Dark Signs. It's like, and where we met, there must have been dark signs, omens in your skies. That makes me feel similar. Like we get something, but it's like sundowning was so very long ago. So here we get into like the bulk of a lot of stuff. Lipstick, chemtrails, red flags, pink nails. I think the red flags have been abundant since day one with like the omens in the skies, you know what I mean? Dark signs. With one eye on the door, as in one eye on the exit, like get out of there, leave. These red flags, like go. Other eye on a rail. That makes me think of drugs. So it's like it's pulling him. And it's like, yeah, that's literally a reference to drugs, but also they're the drug. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so it sucks. It sucks whenever you're that person, whenever you are like addicted to this person or this idea of a person, this like idea of like, what you think it should be, and you get just little tastes of it. You just get a tiny little bit, and you just become addicted. And you know all these red flags, all these horrible things that it's doing to your life. Like, you shouldn't do it. You should step out the door, but, you know, it's there. It's calling you. While the other eye following a scarlet trail. It doesn't make sense too much because it's talking about 3 eyes here, which is a little weird. But this scarlet trail makes me think of the blood trail. What was it? There was like Aqua Regia, where it's like between teeth on a broken jaw, following a blood trail, frothing at the maw. And then I feel like we also got that in the summoning. I've got a river running right into you, a blood trail red in the blue, something like that. It's just like we keep on seeing the same thing. What's the next line that it says? The last few drops from the Holy Grail now, rose gold chains, ripped lace, cut glass, blood stains on the collar means just don't ask. Be the first to the feast, let's choke on the past and take to the broken skies at last. Whenever he's saying take to the broken skies at last, it makes me think of like these further lines. Ooh, like that you're gonna watch me ascend? That was badass. That was so cool. Whenever that line happened, I was like, I think this is sleep talking. I think sleep is like, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch me ascend. It says, I know what you want from me. You want the same as me, my redemption, eternal ascension, setting me free. So I'll take what I want, then leave. If it's Vessel, if they want the same thing, but I think it is kind of different. Because I think Vessel wants his redemption. I don't understand eternal ascension in his case, but I think he does want to be set free. And I think right here, he's taking a little bit more of a grip on the relationship here. He's saying, I'll take what I want, then leave. And he just wants to be set free. He's going to take himself. He wants to be free. But if we're talking about sleep here, the eternal ascension makes me think, you know, of this whole deity thing, and I think there's levels to it. And sleep is like a lesser deity. But whenever he's saying, you make me wish I could disappear, I feel like that's Vessel talking. It could be in these songs, like the screaming parts. The last line, you make me wish I could disappear, I don't think that was necessarily screaming. But the you're gonna watch me ascend was definitely screaming, and that makes me think that it was sleep. Just like in the very beginning of the song, I also thought that was sleep. And the previous song, I'm pretty sure too. So it's really interesting. I'm trying to like put all of these things together. I know this is a long video, and I apologize to those who don't care about this kind of thing. But this whole album has been very interesting. But I like Vessel kind of like having a little attitude here. I'll take what I want, then leave. And they both want something. They both want something similar, it seems, but quite different in nature. I mean, a little bit different in nature. Whatever, I'm rambling at this point. Anyways, that was an incredibly good song. I like the fact that it was like so many different things. Like, we got that slow part with the piano. I like the like very breathy lyrics that Vessel gave us, but I do feel like it was like gone on for a long time. I felt like it was a pretty long section. And whenever we got into like that staccato rapping, like different kind of genre, that was sick. That was so awesome. I'd love to see more of that in this album or future albums. I really don't care. I just want to see more of that. I want to see Vessel like show us what he's got. You know, give me more, buddy. I was not a huge fan of the guitar in this, I'm not gonna lie, but I thought the drums were incredibly good. I mean, I think the drums in other songs are better because, like I said, the drums in this were like predictable, but like, I mean, they followed a path, and I could understand it. I could wrap my head around it. Sometimes whenever I listen to the drums in like Hypnosis, for instance, it's literally hard to wrap my head around what is going on with how crazy it is. But really good song, and I'm stoked to listen to it more. I really want to listen to it more because, like I said, there is so much going on here. There's so much going on, so I understand why you guys like it, and I'm so glad that you made it to the end of the video. Listen to all my rambling and such and my thoughts, and that's it. I appreciate you guys coming here. If you liked the video, leave a like, and otherwise I hope to see you in the next one. Okay guys, have a great rest of your evening. Bye bye.